Hey guys, and welcome back to Breakdown. It's been almost a week since I played this, I would say. Right, so we have gone back to the past, and stuff has happened. We had to redo the tutorial stuff again. I also have a fan on. I hope it's not too bad. It's like 34 degrees in here. Yeah. So unfortunately it is what it is. Anyway, let's go. Yeah, the UK is currently on day 3 of its insane heat wave. I've just had to work through the last 2 days of that, which has been what I assume if hell existed would be like. Right. Okay. Anyway, let's continue. Yes, as much as it's nice to work in something other than rain for once, it's been unreal. Like the heat has been so bad. We're going home with like headaches and just like feeling so sick, and not even wanting to look at a screen. Oh, hello. Right then, I guess the bridge is out. Let's keep going. Oh, Alex. Really? That's what I was afraid of, Alex. Okay, so we now have a Jeep Majig. Cool. Where did you get that from, Alex? Oh, I see. You want me to drive this time. That's a surprise. Let's try. So, yeah, Site 0 is... Oh, yeah, I forgot. You got to use the analog stick to drive. Yeah. And I've completely lost my train of thought. This heat is not good for me, I tell you. Yes, because Site 0 was exploding. I'm guessing that wasn't the way we're supposed to go. Right. Yeah, so I bought myself one of these, and this thing is absolutely sick. It's a clip-on wearable fan. And, man, for work, it is absolutely invaluable. And it's also great because it angles, so I can leave it on the desk behind the microphone, which seems to be the best place that I can leave it without it causing stupid amounts of noise. And it's on the lowest setting. Apparently it lasts for 10 hours. We'll see. If it does last 10 hours, that's going to be great, because I work 11 hours a day, so that would nearly cover my whole day. Anyway, let's try that again. Let's ride. Yeah, working outside in this is just unreal, especially when you've got to wear all your safety gear and everything. Dude. Oh, is this going to be like a warthog run? 4 minutes! Is it? Yeah, is it actually going to be 4 minutes? Or is it just, you know, one of those time limits that the game's going to give us that doesn't actually mean anything? Alright. So it'd be nice if Alex survived. Hey, you're about to... What are you doing? Whoa. Okay. Nice. That's because we poked... We poked the big eye thing. Nexus. Yeah, I can see that. So, where are we going now? Are we supposed to abandon this thing? Also, driving this thing kind of sucks ass. Do we go up here? Are we supposed to get out? I guess we get out. Yeah, alright then. You could have spoke up, Alex. Are we going to make it? Good question. I'm assuming we're supposed to be in the Jeep here, which might be problematic. Maybe. I like the way the Talan have all just stopped moving. So I guess they're gonna save us because they're good dudes now. There's no way. Obviously we're supposed to be driving, right? This is literally a warthog run. A shit version. But a warthog run nonetheless. What do you think, Alex? She's just walking. She's just you know, aura farming as she's slowly walking behind me. Yeah, this is definitely... Yeah, we're supposed to be in the Jeep, aren't we? And if that's true... If that is true, how do we get the Jeep up there? Because... I can't wait, Alex, because we're going to die if we wait. I'm not stopping, Alex. We've gone the wrong way. I think. Can you make it down there? Yep, I guess you can. Okay, some people are dying. If we've got to get all the way over there, that's going to be problematic. So anyway, Alex, Oblivion awaits us, apparently. And we have no guns. I would tell you where the exit is, my dude, if I knew. We've only got a minute. Well, I hope you've got your running shoes on, Alex, because otherwise, it's not going to end well for us. So, oh, we've got a loading screen. Is that a good loading screen? You see Cole? Where's... Yeah, we're not getting out of here. I have wasted your time. I've wasted my time. But hey, all the Talon are dead, though. So, that... Sorry, Alex, I can't wait for you. You're just slowing me down. But it does look like, I guess, the time limit is actually a real time limit. So, that's cool. Alex, if you keep telling me to wait, we're going to die. Alright. I'm guessing this is... Oh. Right, yeah, okay. Fair enough. So we actually do need to escape on the Jeep. I mean, I assumed as much. But my God, man.
I knew I'd see you again. But it's not over yet.
Uh-huh. How did you get out of there, by the way, Alex? Because, you know, you was trapped in that force field. Oh, she actually says it there. Drive until we're clear. Which is fine, but that literally did feel like a roadblock. Unless we need some kind of run-up. I mean, as you guys can imagine, this thing is not a warthog. Doesn't feel like a warthog. And it doesn't drive like a warthog. It drives like you're on ice. Now, the warthog, admittedly, is a very odd vehicle to drive the first time you get control of one. Oh, you dick. No, it's fine. But once you, like, master the hog, you can really throw that thing around. You can make that thing get up and dance for you. This, not so much. Actually, not so much at all. Yeah, okay, so do we need a run up? Do we have to go another way? Do we have to beat that? And why can't we reverse very fast?
We can make it. Don't give up.
Yeah, well, I don't intend on giving up. Okay, so you just have to make a run up. I mean, that makes sense. I suppose, in hindsight, that was pretty obvious. Well, we're probably going to make it. I'm not going to promise you anything, my dear, but we're going to try. Leave everything. Ooh, I would love to step on it, Alex, but you've driven this thing, I assume. You know what a bag of penises this controls like. Alright? As I said, this is... Is this the worst vehicle I've ever controlled? Is it worse than the Jeep in Resistance Fall of Man? I don't know. Yeah, it's not much better. And that's the thing. Like, how did Halo do it? How did they make their vehicles just so good and so much fun to control? Yeah, thinking about it now, it's kind of bizarre. Right, there we are. Hit the water. 2 more minutes. That's fine. We'll be alright, Alex. Alright? Stop having a female moment and chill out. Alright? It's all good. It's all gravy, baby. So, Alex, what do you feel about false hope, by the way? Okay. Ooh, 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 ooh. There we go. Look at that. Wait for Cole and the woman. I like that. She doesn't even have her name mentioned. But then she's an odd character. Like, nobody really acknowledges her existence, which is kind of odd. Whoop, that's not good. I know. We'll be alright, I think. Alex, where are we going? I think we're back. Yeah, there we go. Come on, you piece of shit. Right, let's drop a save. Admittedly, I don't know where this is going to save us. Right, so you know what? That's an old save, isn't it? Let's drop one there. Okay. Right. I see it, Alex. I see it. Alright. Ditch the Jeep. Alright then. We're ditching the Jeep. Run! Extraction chopper? Is it coming here or? Right. Yeah, the bridge. Oh. Well, time for one last smoke, and then we'll kiss our asses goodbye. Oh. I mean, that was kind of obvious, I guess. Right. Can we save it right here? Because I do know there are 2 endings. Alright. Don't have to ask me twice. Oh, shit. That was a lot easier than I thought. Hey, the good doctor survived. Wait. Oh, she's there. Literally nobody is going to help her get into the helicopter? Okay. That's cool. Not one person decided to give her a hand. If she dies, she dies. Hey, Alex, you made it. Hey, the putty cat. The actual real putty cat. We fuss the cat. Mm-hmm.
Ogawa here. Derek, you did well. You saved us all. Of course, our research is down the drain, but still, congratulations.
That's what he thinks.
Oh, nice. So the research is not down the drain. See, this is why you're a scientist, and I'm just a alien murderer. Oh, we can actually have a look. Oh.
There goes the science center.
Mm-hmm.
It's over. We did it. We saved it all, right?
I think so.
The world and the future.
Maybe. What about your timeline?
What about your timeline?
I don't know. I haven't disappeared or anything. It must still exist. But if I am still here, and I haven't changed, that must mean that history has taken two different paths. Our timeline is probably the same as it was before. But that's all right. We saved this world at least.
As long as we save a world, I guess, right? Oh.
The hell?
It's the pendulum effect.
Oh,
It's pulling you back.
shit.
Pendulum? Get away from me, everyone! It'll pull you in!
Oh, shit. She's going to jump. Whoa.
I should be the only one to go back to the future.
Is that going to be like the Skynet future then? Where the Talon are walking around killing everybody?
Derek, we were a good team.
We were the best team. Good luck, Alex. Try not to get murdered. Shit, that's crazy. Okay. So, I guess her reward for helping us save this universe is to go on and die back in the future or whatever. But who knows? Who knows what happens in her version? But there are indeed two endings. And I know that. So there's another ending where we can actually jump into her pendulum bubble and we can go back to her reality, which apparently is the canonical good ending. So that's what we're going to do. This was a video game of our time. A complete and utter mixed bag for sure. Like you can see what this game was trying to do, but so much of it just did not work at all. I don't know if more time would have helped them either, because they were really doing some experimental stuff here. It just feels like the weapons themselves weren't really that great, and that's okay because they were supposed to be balanced out with your powers, but your powers weren't great either. They sucked. Like, on paper they were supposed to make you really powerful and, you know, completely level the playing field. They didn't, because half the time they didn't work. So that's an issue. Visually, this game, like, the character models themselves were all right. They're, you know, fairly generic. I mean, the Talon are as generic as it comes. They are the most basic of the basic alien enemies. I mean, they're basically just humans and then mutated humans. Nothing special about them. And you never found out really what they even were either, which I guess is okay. A little bit of mystery is not too bad, but it would have been nice to have something. We never even really found out what Solus was. I mean, he was the avatar for the Nexus. He told us that much, but right, well, what was the Nexus? What was the whole point of it? You know, they alluded that might have been where a lot of life started on Earth and blah, 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 because of the ferns. And then you had the whole mummy mystery, that giant creature, which they kind of sort of, not constantly, but every now and again, they sort of teased it. But that didn't go anywhere either. The time traveling was... It wasn't the worst that I've seen done in a game, but not... It's just... I don't think it really... was really handled super well. I mean, it was passable, but nah. The story itself was mega generic. It feels like they wanted it to be a lot grander than it actually was. A lot of the game was just empty, boring corridors with nothing in them. But literally, if what Alex says is true, Derek saved the other world. This suggests the existence of more than one timeline. The butterfly effect, in other words. If this is the case, had Derek returned together with Alex when the pendulum effect occurred, perhaps Alex would not have died alone in our future. Oh yeah, true. She would have died with Alex. Oh. Right, so they're saying she wouldn't have died where she did. Okay. Right, well. Yeah, so the first person animations as well were really cute to start with. But man did they get old. They got super old super quickly. And just like, you know, your powers, the actual weapons themselves, apart from the SMG and to a smaller extent, the handgun, the other weapons sucked ass. Like, this game has like the worst grenades I've seen since the original Half-Life. But because of the physics in the original Half-Life, you could sort of jank grenades to make them useful. Sort of, ish. At least they were fun. They were just so poor in this game. To the point where I wonder, or I question why they were even put in. The rocket launcher was... I mean, I guess the rocket launcher worked, but it was such a rarely used, ultra situational weapon. It was more like a sniper rifle than anything else. But it was fine. It worked, I guess. The laser gun, though, what was that? Like, I assume the guy that designed weapons for this game probably, like, it feels like whoever actually made the weapons had never made weapons in a game before. Probably didn't really understand weapons at all either, because it's the accuracy of them. Like, the SMG is, you know, the MP5 is borderline useless. And I'm not kidding. Like, it's useless unless you're sticking it down somebody's throat. And you could say, to a lesser degree, the same with the pistol. The pistol was pointless to begin with. I thought the pistol was your long-range weapon, because it seemed to be a little bit more accurate than the SMG. And maybe it was, but it was hard to tell. Like, you would dump an entire magazine shooting at someone 50 feet away, and you get a couple of hits maybe, and you die so quickly in this game. And then you've got all the fancy moves that they put in, all the combat moves, but they don't really amount to much, because when you're locked in combat with like 2 or 3 people, you don't have time to execute these moves that take multiple frames, and you don't get any invincibility frames at all. So if you go into a long-winded move, you're just going to get killed by whoever's behind you. And then the lock-on system was just anus. Like, that was the biggest problem probably in the game. It was so difficult to fight multiple characters. And you didn't need a lock-on system in this game. It's completely trivial. Like, it was pointless. There's not one single situation in this game where the lock-on system made anything easier. Like, just let me attack the guy that's in front of me, like a normal game, like Mirror's Edge. And the same with the weapons. Like, if they had made the gunplay more like an actual first-person shooter and not like some weird light gun lock-on thing, it probably would have been better, maybe. But yeah, the story itself, you know, I've heard very conflicting things. Like, some people say it's really good, it had like an amazing storyline, but from the forums and things that I've read, that's people remembering this game from their childhood. Not necessarily people that have played it again since. I think the story is actually kind of sucks ass, actually, because it just leaves so much on the table unexplained. This game sort of makes you feel like you're part of something bigger and something more exciting than it actually is. And it could have been, but they just didn't give it any sort of time to develop. There was so little in the way of story or explanation. And the stuff that was there cleared up a few things, mainly the tapes towards the end. The twist where the first 75% of the game you was in a simulation, I thought that was alright. That was cool. It could have been handled a little bit better, but I sort of enjoyed that because there were signs. There, you know, with all that like Matrix style computer code going across the screen. I didn't mind that. I thought that was weird. I thought, did we have a chip in our head? Are we wearing funky sunglasses? You know, who knows? Whatever. But I guess, nope, we were just in a machine. And it was fine. But when they took that away from you, and they completely removed all the HUD elements, and not having an ammo counter, although, well, that's that makes it even worse. You did have an ammo counter to a degree, but you had to pause the game and go into the menu to look at your ammo. Why? It's just, I don't know about this one, guys. It's just, yeah. Yeah, I've heard some people describe it as a hidden gem. Hidden lump of coal, I think. Just not a good game. And obviously this sort of thing has been done. With the rise of VR, you've got things like Half-Life Alyx, you've got like the Mirror's Edge games, modern Resident Evil games, which, okay, they're not as extreme as this. But they do a lot of what this game tried to do with the first-person animations and stuff, and, you know, they've just far exceeded this, which makes this a very difficult game to come back to. Now, that's not this game's fault. This game predates a lot of those by a very long time, so, you know, you've got to temper your expectations. And when it comes to the audio track as well, there's nothing memorable in this game at all. It's very arcadey, sort of like drum and bass, electronica and stuff, but there's nothing that stands out. It's just bland. Like the visuals were so bland and boring. I am glad I played it. It was an experience. But yeah, I don't know, man. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the game. Anyway, let's go and get the other ending, shall we? Now, I don't know where the best place to load this would be. One of those, I suppose. See if it's much different. So it's just going to pop us here. Right, I shall meet you guys when we get back to the helicopter.
The future is really saved?
It'll be a more peaceful world now. I hope.
You hope.
But if I am still here, and I haven't changed, that must mean that history has taken two different paths. Our timeline is probably the same as it was before. But that's all right. We saved this world at least.
Indeed. And I suppose we should be grateful for that. Uh-oh.
What the hell?
It's the pendulum effect. It's pulling me back.
Pendulum?
Get away from me, everyone! It'll pull you in!
Well, let's go with it. Oh, yep, there we go.
Derek, what are you doing? Derek, no! You'll get pulled into the future!
That's the whole point.
You can't be serious. You plan on saving our world too? That's impossible!
Nothing is impossible.
But maybe you can, Derek.
Maybe we can.
Maybe we can. Together.
Let's go then.
Well, I don't think we've got a lot of choice, to be honest. The wheels of fate are in motion. I guess they could have set that up as a sequel, but this game just did not do very well at all. Alright, so now we have a totally different ending. Alright, that's cool. And I'm guessing we can't skip this. Well, you know, this certainly wasn't the worst game I've ever played. It's up there for sure, but I've definitely played worse games. You know, like The Ring on the Dreamcast and Army of Darkness. That was bad. That was really bad. What else have we played that's shit? Oh yeah, Clock Tower, The Struggle Within, or The Evil Within, whatever it was called. Yeah, that was hot garbage as well. That was the worst game I think I've ever played. Maybe joint with Evil Dead on the Dreamcast, just because of how broken and shit that game was. Which is a shame, because Evil Dead didn't need to be shit. It could have been pretty good. But, you know, with all the bugs and glitches and just broken enemies, yeah, nah. Terrible. I didn't even bother with that one, I'm going to be honest. And after reading up more about that game and realizing just how shit and broken it was, yeah, we're going to give that one a miss. So, I wonder if we're going to get any more information. I wonder if there's going to be more to play, actually. Are we going to, like, get a secret boss fight with Solus? That would be interesting. So, yeah, I think the best way that I can just sum this game up is it was just bland. It was just boring, I think. Overly difficult for no real reason either. But the difficulty didn't necessarily come straight up from the enemies. It was the controls. You're fighting the controls all the way through. The soundtrack kind of goes pretty hard. Don't mind it. Bit of passion in the game. Bit of flavour. Don't know if this track was written just for this game. I assume so. But here's the thing, like, I can always appreciate a game that tries to do something different. We don't get enough of that anymore. We don't get any of that, actually, at all. You know, the only way you get experimental titles these days are in the indie scene. And I play more indie games these days than anything else. There's very few AAA games that I do get into. But this does remind me of a simpler time. The golden age, where there were so many different varieties of games. But these days, the big studios, it's all or nothing. You have to hit it big or you go and bust. I mean, look at Marathon right now. Destiny 2 being taken offline. All the failures that we've had. It's disappointing. And I think of big franchises that have fallen in pretty far from grace, like Halo, for instance. You know, they could be doing so much more with Halo than, oh, I don't know, nothing? It definitely could be doing more than nothing. I think they need to really lean into Halo, personally. I think we need some more space combat games. We need the shooters. We need some smaller games. You remember when they did like Halo Legends and stuff like that? No, it wasn't. It was Spartan Assault, I think. They did 2 of those. They were fun. Fun little shooters. You know? Good little bit of story with them. Basic. Couldn't have cost much to develop, but solid titles. And then you had ODST, of course. And they could have done like a space combat game with Halo. Halo Wars. What the hell happened to Halo Wars? Halo Wars was phenomenal. It was so good. I mean, Halo was always supposed to be a strategy game from right off the rip, really, until they changed it. And look at Resident Evil. What resurgence Resident Evil has had. They pulled that back from the brink. We had 2 very dodgy titles with Resident Evil, but then there's also been the dodgy spin-offs, but they weren't really counted. Maybe they can come back. Who knows? Well, Namco, you tried something different and you fell on your ass. And then you slipped further and fell face first into a pile of dog shit. You don't even get... Right, okay, that's the good ending. And you don't even get, like, any extra blurb or anything. No, no hidden boss fight. No, they went off to the future and they saved the world. Nothing. Just, yeah, credits. Alright. The promotional trailer movie. So let's have a little look in the gallery. We should have unlocked everything, right? I guess we did. Some of the artworks. There's not a lot of artwork here, so we can scroll through it. Kind of alright. Alex looks a bit weird there. So does our soldier friend. She does look odd there. Very Matrix inspired. Okay. That's a kind of cool shot. I like that. They never, now correct me if I'm wrong, but they never actually explained what was causing the time travel, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like a snapshot of the game, getting bodied by fucking Talan. And then we got the cat. The knife. That just reminds me of Resident Evil 4. There's the good doctor, Stefana. With her disc. I mean, they did leave it open for a sequel. And that is Stefana's computer where she's copying all the files. Glenn. Brad. That was us. What were we called Brad? I can't even remember. Ganner. With his laser cannon. Which is as much use as a chocolate teapot. There's Solus. And Solus was just... He wasn't fleshed out at all, actually. Talan. Some soldiers wasting their ammo. Solus. I like that. That's a cool image. That's reasonable. Kind of. And then there's Solus with his Talan army. Alright then. Artwork was okay. Nothing to write home about. We have the music player. Maybe I'm wrong, you know. Maybe there was some good music here. Yeah, it's just like arcade slop, really. Yeah, that's enough of that. It's just incredibly generic stuff. And then the trailer movie. Let's watch the trailer and then we'll be done with this game. See if I recognize this trailer actually. Or if anyone else recognizes it.
This must be my fate. Dying like this. At least there's still hope. Don't look at me like that. Your work has just begun. Derek, you have to save us. Save us.
I wonder if this was like a theatrical trailer. Or was this on a demo disc or something? I don't remember this.
Hey, wake up. You're our last chance. I wish it was a dream.
Yeah, right. That looked a lot better gunplay than we actually got.
At least you're still breathing.
The mystery that was never really solved or explained.
What's that supposed to mean? I don't know you.
I am the one who killed you all.
You're a monster. Yeah, definitely making the game look a lot better than it was. All these CG animated graphics.
These are things you must know, even if I die.
Metal Gear 2. Uncover the truth behind the mystery, kind of.
How do we get to Site Zero?
The success of this mission is more important than our lives.
He never has an SMG.
Box and release only hope. These things actually
Also, the dialogue is way quieter than the music. I hope he had more success with his weapon than we did.
This can't be real.
Experience the truth. Yeah, that combat looks a lot better there as well. Just highly, highly edited. Choose your own destiny. Alright. You mean the bit at the end? I mean, not really. If only the combat worked that well. I think the voice for Soulless is just weird as well. You can't even hear what she's saying. Yep. I don't know, man. I don't know. It was an experience, I guess. Coming soon. Yeah. Would that have got me pumped back in the day for this game? Honestly, probably. I probably would have been all over it. I know I played the demo, and I enjoyed the hell out of the demo. I don't really remember the demo much though, apart from the fact that you could drink Coke and eat hamburgers. But yeah, there we go, breakdown. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. I enjoyed playing it for the purpose of these videos, but the game itself, nah. This one's going in the bin of memories. But if you did like this video, please don't forget to throw me a like. It really does help me out, and I'll see you in the next one.